This morning, I was about to enter my apartment. Someone was behind me, and I turned to her and I said, "You are about to enter my," and I wanted to say mess, and instead I said home. And believe it or not, by replacing the word home instead of mess, made me feel differently about my home, made me act differently when I opened the door and I greeted my children. It created a difference of worlds. We have to be so careful about what we say that we have to make sure that our speech is in line with our neshama. We see in this week's parsha that a person would not be in line. What would happen? They would speak gossip. They would say something or communicate in a certain way that was damaging physically, emotionally, mentally, financially to somebody else. It would manifest itself in a physical illness. There was a physical manifestation of speaking. Therefore, when our actions are not aligned with our neshamas, when our even thoughts are not aligned with our neshamas, when we're thinking thoughts that do not bring us closer to a Kadosh Baruch Hu or closer to our tafkid, it can manifest itself in a physical, emotional, or mental illness. Unfortunately, today we don't have the Beis Hamikdash, we don't have Kohanim, we don't have Nevi'im, we don't have prophets to tell us this is why this is happening to you. We have no idea. But what we do have is the clarity to know that I can think about it. We do have this. We think that the Torah isn't relevant today. It's as relevant as it was at any time. The Torah is coming to teach us something is going on in your life, your surroundings around you. Look at it, think about it. Even if it's not something necessarily that was from this world right now, it's a tikkun of something else. There's a mind, body, soul thing happening here. Your speech is not aligned with your neshama, or your actions are not aligned with your neshama, or your thoughts are not aligned with your neshama, and you got to change. You got to go outside of the machaneh, go outside the camp and think about it. And not only that, but the Kohen Gadol said something very powerful. Not the Kohen Gadol, I'm sorry, just the Kohen said something very powerful. What did he say? He said in a double language, tameh, tameh, that he's going to call out to everybody, tameh, tameh, blockage, impure. Why the double language? Asks Rav Shai Itri, and he says, bring the Sfat Emet, and look what the Sfat Emet says. It says that Lashon Hara, not only will a person be punished for speaking Lashon Hara, for gossiping, not only are you having and causing a blockage by saying something that harms somebody else, but you will also have a blockage. That second tameh, or maybe it's the first one, is when you don't say something positive, when you don't give a compliment, when you don't thank the person for doing something, when you're holding back on good words that should be said, that also is a blockage. It's tumah, tameh. And therefore, what do we have to work on so hard? Not just surmira, not just stay away from bad, not just not speaking lashon hara, but we have to be so careful that we are also speaking positive things, that we're complimenting, that we're acknowledging, that we're accepting with a smile and not with a frown. It's not just not frowning. We're actually making the effort to turn the frown into a smile, not in a fake way, in a real way of tapping into what is and not what isn't, to turning what I want to be to what Hashem wants to be. It's changing realities. It's changing worlds, because we have to understand that, yes, everything that we say affects the world. Everything that we do affects the world. Everything that I'm thinking also affects the world. And my mind, my body, and my soul, they're all intertwined, they're all connected. And I want to always be striving for is that harmony, that my speech should be aligned with my neshama, that my thoughts should be aligned with my neshama, that my body should be aligned with my neshama. When something's off kilter is when, God forbid, there is some kind of machala, there's some kind of illness. Therefore, I'm blessing everyone with a beautiful Shabbat Shalom to think about. Look in your life. Where are you feeling a little bit like there's something that's off kilter? Where am I not in harmony? Where am I feeling a bit of, no, this hurts me. This is painful for me. This is an illness because my body is not in line with my neshama, or my speech maybe is not in line with my neshama, or maybe my thoughts are not in line with neshama. We have to get back in sync. Shabbat Shalom.